Welcome to G Fun Facts Online. Today, we're diving into a topic straight out of science fiction, but it's happening right now and it's changing the face of global power. We're talking about a new arms race, one fought not with numbers but with speed, impossible speed. This is the era of hypersonic weapons. So, what exactly does hypersonic mean? The term refers to anything traveling faster than Mach 5. That's 5 times the speed of sound, or over 6,000 kilometers per hour. To put that in perspective, a commercial airliner cruises at about 900 kilometers per hour. These weapons are in a completely different league. Now, you might be thinking, wait, don't long-range ballistic missiles already travel that fast? And you'd be right, they do. But that's where the similarities end. The true terror of this new generation of weapons isn't just their speed, it's their intelligence, their agility. Imagine a traditional ballistic missile, an ICBM. It launches into space, follows a high, predictable arc, and then comes down on its target. It's incredibly fast, but its path is based on physics. We can track it, predict where it's going, and theoretically, intercept it. A hypersonic missile is a different beast entirely. It flies much lower, within the Earth's atmosphere. And here's the kicker: it can maneuver. It can change direction mid-flight, weaving and dodging like a fighter jet, but at speeds we've never seen before. This combination of speed and agility makes it a ghost to our current defense systems. Radars designed to spot high-arcing missiles are rendered almost useless. The warning time for an incoming strike shrinks from half an hour to just a few minutes. In a global crisis, those lost minutes could be the difference between de-escalation and catastrophe. There are two main flavors of these next-gen weapons. First, you have hypersonic glide vehicles, or HGVs. Think of them as ultra-advanced, unpowered gliders. They are launched high into the atmosphere on a rocket, then detach and glide down to their target, using their aerodynamic shape to make sharp, unpredictable turns. The other type is the Hypersonic Cruise Missile, or HCM. These are powered the entire way by a revolutionary engine called a scramjet. A scramjet is an air-breathing engine that scoops up air at supersonic speeds to fuel itself, allowing the missile to fly low and fast for its entire journey. As you can imagine, developing this technology has become a top priority for global powers. Russia has been a frontrunner, claiming to have already deployed systems like the Avangard glide vehicle and the Zircon ship-launched missile. They've even used a weapon with hypersonic capabilities, the Kinzhal, in the conflict in Ukraine. China has also invested massively, developing systems like the DF-17 missile, specifically designed to challenge U.S. military power in the Pacific. The United States, which actually pioneered a lot of the early research, is now playing catch-up, accelerating its own programs across the Army, Navy, and Air Force to counter these new threats. And it's not just them. Other countries like India, France, and Australia are all getting in on the action, signaling that this technology is spreading. So why is this so concerning? It's because these weapons could fundamentally break the logic that has kept the peace between major powers for over 50 years. Deterrence. Deterrence is built on the promise that if you launch an attack, we will see it coming, and we will launch a devastating counterattack. It guarantees mutual destruction. But if a nation has weapons that can't be seen or stopped, it creates a dangerous temptation to strike first in a crisis. To make matters worse, many of these missiles can carry either a conventional or a nuclear warhead. If one is detected heading your way, you have minutes, maybe seconds, to decide if you're facing a limited strike or the start of a nuclear war. The risk of a fatal miscalculation is terrifyingly high. Now, for the fun facts part. Building these things is an incredible scientific challenge. When you travel at Mach 5 through the atmosphere, the friction generates mind-boggling heat, up to 1,650 degrees Celsius. That's hot enough to melt steel. Engineers have to develop new materials and cooling systems just to stop the weapon from destroying itself. Then there's the problem of control. Guiding a vehicle through turbulent air at that speed is an aerodynamic nightmare. The heat can even create a bubble of ionized plasma around the missile, blocking all communication signals, a phenomenon known as communication blackout. And if building them is hard, defending against them is even harder. You can't just use existing systems. You need a whole new network of sensors, likely in space, to track them from launch to impact, and a new generation of interceptors fast and agile enough to actually hit a target that's moving that fast and can dodge. The rise of hypersonic weapons has pushed us into a new, more volatile strategic world. The rules of the game are changing. The speed and unpredictability of this technology are fundamentally altering the calculus of war and peace. As the global race for hypersonic dominance heats up, the real challenge won't just be about building faster missiles, but about finding ways to manage the immense risks they create, and to ensure that the future of humanity isn't decided in a matter of minutes. Thanks for listening to G Fun Facts Online.